Aloha everybody and welcome to Hi Now Daily. I'm Rachel Pocaro and I'm very honored to be right here in Waimanalo. We know that this weekend they will be kicking off the Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championship over the weekend. It's going to be packed with people, bringing in a lot of visitors from abroad. We've got different states coming in, other countries being here as well. But the most important thing is that when these visitors come, they are learning about our culture, getting in the Aina and doing some incredible work out here in Waimanalo. We are here at Nation of Hawaii and I'm standing right here with Uncle Bumpy Kanahele, who is the president of this land. And then we've also got Brandon Maka'ava here, vice president. And then we're moving things over. We got Kelly Frank. He is with Ministry of Land and Natural Resources. Now, Uncle Bumpy, thank you for having me here. There's this connection with 7th-gen culture. You know, they're all about the ahupua'a system when it comes to the mountain, to the ocean, and everything kind of piecing together to create sustainable communities. And that's what they do with their nonprofit, and teaming up with them today, they're bringing a lot of athletes here to do work with you folks. Talk to me about why that's so special to be sharing the Hawaiian culture.
I think it's a living example of how ahupua'a works, you know, from the mountain to the ocean. So 7th Gen is bringing, you know, all these teams together to have these tournaments, and you know, it's kind of like opening up the floodgates, right, to sports, especially sports tourism like that. Mm-hmm. And you know, we're just happy to welcome all the people that coming in the Marshall Islands and around the Pacific to participate in this.
You know, it's really incredible to know that over 100 different athletes will be joining us in just a couple hours, or even less than that. They'll be over here working here on the Aina. And I wanted to move over to you, Brandon. We're talking about the sustainable communities. What does that look like, and how will these athletes be able to help with what you folks are doing, the incredible work right here, Nation of Hawaii?
Yeah, I think, you know, ahupua'a is such a big term nowadays, but it's really about sharing with them our culture. You know, the Hawaiian culture developed this incredible ahupua'a system, and the importance of the ahupua'a is to make sure that, you know, us as people understand that we can have a negative and positive impact on people downstream from us. So teaching them how that works on the Aina, and then hopefully they take that back with them wherever they live, and so they're not just taking back the kind of shallow parts of, you know, just this is Hawaii and whatever, but they're taking back something meaningful that they can take and improve their communities by.
Absolutely. There's a bigger picture when it comes to coming to Hawaii. Of course, everybody loves to have a good time over here. But if you're not learning about the culture, you're not diving deep into what we are about, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to learn anything. You're not going to go away with anything meaningful. I want to talk to you, Kelly, about this land that we are on right now. A lot of work is being done behind us. You're going to have these athletes come out today. What are they going to be doing?
Today they're going to be learning about the parallels between competition and sport and what Aina has served our kupuna for thousands of years. You know, there's a day where the ball is going to be put down, and all the concepts that they've learned through sport is going to have to be funneled towards something special. And our kupuna are very keen on making sure that food, water, and shelter are some of the most important things to be taken care of. And this is all part of a system that we're restoring and bringing back, and our community are coming full force.
Yes, and I mean, I know you play for University of Hawaii, a volleyball player yourself, middle blocker. So knowing that they're going to take away more than just playing ball here in Hawaii, you know, what does that say to what the work that you folks are doing, and what's the one takeaway that you would like them to go home with?
Well, Hawaii is such a unique space in the middle of the Pacific, and their time here is short. And we don't want just the ambiance of Waikiki to be what they take home. And their time here with some of the leadership with the Nation of Hawaii, there's just amazing people that have invested in what Hawaii means for the future. So this is a chance for them to just really ask as many questions and to feel Hawaii.
Very cool. Brandon, last question for you. I'm going to bring it back. There's volunteer opportunities for people who want to come be a part of the magic that goes on over here. Tell everybody how they can join you guys on those Saturdays.
Yeah, so every last Saturday we host a Aina Day here, and it's open to the public. So from 10 to 2 o'clock, we open the gates and we allow volunteers to come up here, and you know, it's just an incredible experience to kind of share with even people that live here in Hawaii who don't get a chance to interact with Aina. You know, this is your opportunity to come and check us out every last Saturday of the month.
Very cool. Thank you guys so much for having us today. Again, we're going to have hundreds of athletes. Come join us in just a few moments, but stay with us because throughout the show, we're going to be checking in with all the work that's going to be happening over here. And make sure you head to 7gen Culture's website because that's where you're going to get the list of what's going to be going down throughout the weekend. Thousands of different people coming across to Hawaii from all over the world. So stay tuned on that. Lot going on. Kaino, we're going to send things back to you in studio. What's happening?
Right on, Rachel. Thank you very much. A big time shout out to Uncle Bopi Kanahele. They've been holding it down for a long time over there in Waimanalo. Back over here in the kitchen, though, we're excited to have Anna over here. We're going to be talking about more local business. It's time for another Farm Lovers Farmers Market. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we're featuring more local business inside of our kitchen today. This is Anna Tainanis, the owner of Kauri Coffee. Welcome in.
Thanks for having me.
We're so excited to have you. So, okay, coffee is in like a major renaissance right now. I feel like coffee is becoming more and more popular. People are experimenting, doing different things. And I do know with your local business, it's more of a health conscious approach. So how did it all start?
Yeah, so it started back in 2023. I wanted to bring health conscious coffee to the market. I felt like it was something that we kind of needed in Hawaii. So I started with sourcing my beans locally in Kailua, and yeah, just kind of ran with it from there. I started making my own homemade milks for our non-dairy people, house-made syrups, and just making drinks that I think support our health. So
okay, very cool. And I learned this when we were talking a little earlier. You call it Kauri coffee because why?
So actually we have like a shell here. It's a very popular shell called a cowrie shell. And if you turn it over, it looks like an espresso bean. So it was just kind of funny. And I thought it was like a really cute idea, so.
I love it, and through that idea, here we are right now. And we've got a couple of different drinks that you offer at the farmers markets.
Yep.
Walk us through what we have today.
Yeah, so first of all, we're gonna start with a bee sting. I'm just gonna go for it.
The bee sting. Okay, so what's inside there? We just poured.
Yeah, so we just poured some organic raw honey with our Sunrise espresso. We poured that over some organic half and half. So super simple. This drink was built to help support blood sugar in the morning. So coffee is known for that like sugar spike in the morning. So the healthy fats of half and half kind of like slow that absorption down.
And this is called the bee sting.
This is our bee sting.
I can just tell like the difference in colors just when you're looking at the two different drinks over here.
So creamy. And then the second drink I brought is our cacao latte. So that one's gonna be more of like a healthy mocha situation. So not super sugary, just like straight cacao. We sweeten it with a little bit of maple syrup. Yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and add some espresso over the top. And we'll give her a little stir and test these out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the way to start your farmer's market journey. I feel like when you get to the farmer's market, check Anna out, grab one of these, and then kind of make your way throughout the other booths.
Absolutely.
So what went into the creation of these?
Like as far as just creating the recipes?
Yeah, because I mean, you're saying you're making your own syrups, your own milks, and then at the same time researching it in a way that it's healthy.
Yeah, so I wanted one to like support your blood sugar for sure, because coffee's known for that blood sugar spike. And then the cacao is really high in antioxidants and minerals, so good for like a clean energy aside from just the espresso.
Without the jitters, right?
Yeah. And then just the organic milks just make it so much tastier. So, yeah.
Nice, you're checking all the boxes, Anna. Okay,
trying to.
What do you recommend? This is my first.
I would go with the bee sting. That's the one we say the local boys like the best, so.
You know, local boys and the bee stings, man. That's just, that just goes together. Well, cheers, Anna. Thank you so much. And again, we're continuing to feature more local businesses that are part of the Farm Lovers Farmers Markets. So which markets are you at currently?
So right now we're doing 2 markets, both on Saturdays at the Farm Lovers Markets.
Oh my.
The first one is at Pearl Ridge. That's over in Pearl City from 8 to noon. And then over at Kaka'ako, you'll find us in a big, bright white trailer. That is also from 8 to noon, Kaka'ako Farmers Market. So, yeah.
Awesome. And then we have some of the beans that you personally brought in as well.
Yes.
And again, this is all local stuff made right over here in Hawaii. I'm going to grab it actually so you can get a shot of it over here. So what do we have?
So we have 2 blends. These are both roasted in Kailua. We also carry a 100% Kona coffee at the markets. You'll see that one as well. These are my favorite though for just like home espresso. I brought in my Breville today. That's what we used for the drinks. These are great for just your home machine. Yeah, just all around.
This is so fantastic. I can see why the local boys are down for the bee sting.
Yeah.
It is. It's a little creamier, but oh my gosh, my only issue with this, I just want to gulp the whole thing.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's
2 minutes.
tasty. Okay, what about Instagram as well? If people want to order, come down,
Yeah.
check you out. Make sure that they can get to the market when you're there.
Yeah, so super simple. Just Cowrie Coffee is our Instagram, and we share a little bit more about like what we do, how we do it, some fun recipes, extra things like that. So yeah, come check us out at the farmers market. Come buy some beans for home. Yeah.
Anna, I gotta say, this is impressive stuff. Cheers
Thank
to
you.
you. Thank you for coming
Cheers.
in. Continue to shop local. It is a Kako thing. You're watching High Now Daily. Stay with us. We got much more coming up after the break. This is good stuff. How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Very excited to be sitting down with H&N Zone Ling Kawano. She's been putting together some fantastic pieces. They're dynamic, all called Priced Out of Paradise. Welcome in.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a long time. I love being on the show. So let's talk about Hawaii to Utah. That's the most recent Priced Out of Paradise series. You just saw it, and I want to ask you, what stuck out to you when you watched it?
Yeah, so first of all, it's incredible. I can tell how much work and planning went into something like that. But one of the big takeaways for me was I found it really interesting that obviously people here in Hawaii are leaving to go to the continent for a different lifestyle. It's more affordability and all those different types of things. But when you posed the question, do you want to return home? It was 50-50. Some people said that's the goal to come back. Others were like, this is life and I like it this way. So I found that very interesting.
Yeah, and it was really interesting for me to hear that too, because what are the reasons you don't want to come back? And most often it was housing, right? Most often it was the cost of housing and it was taxes. We all know we get taxed a lot, right? We call it the paradise tax. And a lot of people just did not want to come back because of that. But when asked what would bring them back, you know, a lot of them did say that if they were offered the option of lower housing, if they were offered a little bit of a break, they would definitely come back because a lot of them have their families still here, right? We all want to be with our ohana. We don't want to be that far away, 3,000 miles away. So that was a real big issue for them. And that's why we did also go into the DHHL, the Department of Hawaiian Homelands issue. We saw people who were able to stay here, who were able to get off that list. You know, that list is 29,000 long.
That's right.
It takes decades for people to get off of that list, but they've really made a lot of strides. And I have to give credit where credit is due. In the last year, they gave 2,600 keys to beneficiaries. That's amazing when you look at the past 10 years. 84 in 2024. You know, that's dismal, that's terrible, that's dreadful. So to get 2,600 last year, it was fantastic. And it really is helping people stay home and keep them home or bring them back. Sometimes they were able to come back because of it.
Absolutely. And what I also found fascinating as well is how, despite people leaving Hawaii for the continent, is how drawn everybody is still to each other. They want to keep that concept of ohana going. But also the fact that, to your point, we do see also in this series as well, people who are able to return home because of DHHL.
Yeah, we talked to Jade Mapuana Riley, just a wonderful woman. She moved her entire family to Arizona because they couldn't afford it. They were priced out of paradise. And then DHHL, her name came up. She is a beneficiary. She's 50% Hawaiian. She was able to come home. Her rent now is cheaper, or her mortgage is cheaper than what she paid for the home in Arizona. And that's unbelievable, right? When you think about that, that's unbelievable. So it's really nice to see some of these people. Another woman, Casey Amoro, she got to take her place on her dad's place on the list as a beneficiary. And she's able to now stay home instead of having to move her family to the continent. So there is some really touching parts of it. It's not just sad that we see all these people, you know, leaving for the continent, because it's really sad to see that. But we're also getting to see some people stay home and come home.
Which is really important, and people need to see that as well. Like there is an opportunity, there is a chance for people who want to return home to do so. But in addition to the pieces you just did in Utah, what's come of it since then? I know there's been some extensions of the content, right?
Yeah, we've done several podcasts. This has just taken off, you know, on YouTube as well as our website. And so we decided to bring in a little bit more in-depth reporting on it. So we brought Cully Watson into the studio to do a 30-minute podcast about DHHL. Some of the things that he answered, the blood quantum, right? There's been a push to lower that blood quantum. So he addresses that. Also, what happens when there's kind of an argument between the siblings when a beneficiary passes? What happens to the property then? He answers a lot of those questions. And not just that, we also talked to other people who have since moved to Utah. And like you said, they find each other. When we were there, we went there with only about 6 names of people who had Hawaii ties, a kumuhula, lots of business owners. And once you get there, they tell you, oh, you need to go talk to my brother Puni. You need to go talk to Puni. He's over here.
More,
yes, there's so many more. It's such a large poly community up there in Utah. They're a very close community. Just really great people.
Very cool. Okay, so we've done Utah. What does the future look like for Priced Out of Paradise? Because as we know, there's many people that are on the continent.
There are many people on the continent. More Native Hawaiians living outside of Hawaii than in Hawaii.
That's a crazy stat.
It's really sad. But you know, we are trying to find them, and some of them are finding us. We did go to Las Vegas in a previous segment of Priced Out of Paradise. We found, of course, a lot of people on the ninth island. But ahead, you know, we're looking at some of the West Coast places. We've already been in touch with some people who are looking to come home, or other people who are leaving for the continent. Always a sad story, but really it's important that we hear about this, because we need to know what can we do to be better, right? What does the state need to do to be better, to help people stay at home or to bring people back home?
Absolutely. Lynn, fantastic job on these
Thank
segments.
you.
Keep them coming. And for more information about Priced Out of Paradise as well, check out HighNowDaily.com.
Aloha, welcome back to Hi Now Daily. I'm over here hanging out in Waimanalo, nation of Hawaii. We know that this weekend is a Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championship, and there are going to be thousands of spectators, a lot of athletes coming in from all around the world. And joining me now, we have Matt Capelle. He is the Vice President of Olympic Solidarity with Marshall Islands. You brought in some athletes to participate in this wonderful event. Talk to me about what that journey's been like for you folks.
It's been exciting, and you know we're stoked to be here, and we are looking forward. And first and foremost, I want to thank Seven Culture and the team for the wonderful opportunity to Transpac. But it's been a fun journey here. We're so excited, and we're ready to compete with the rest of the athletes that made their way all the way to Hawaii.
Yes, how many athletes are you bringing today?
So we got 9 athletes and we got 7 officials.
Okay, they're going to be joining us in just a few moments to get out here and do some work in the Aina. What do you think this experience is going to teach them?
I think it's important that what they're going to take away from this is not only the competition, because there's more than the competition. It's a bridging of all the cultures, a cultural heritage amongst ourselves. We understand that our customs and traditions are somewhat similar to the Hawaiians, and we're so proud of that, and we're honored to be here and to be part of not only the competition, but the whole process of what's about to unfold.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about competition. You know, when you think of competition and athletics, everybody, of course, is thinking head to head, they're going to do this. But there's also this connection that's going to be made when all of these athletes from around the world, they get together. They're going to be learning with each other, playing with each other. And then they're going to have this sense of pride when they're here traveling away from their parents.
Yep.
They're coming out here and having these incredible opportunities. Sure. Can you just talk to me about what your athletes are expecting? Like, what are they thinking right now as they've come here to Hawaii?
Well, I'm sure at the moment the athletes are all pumped up for the competition, but at the same time, as officials, we want to make sure that we guide them so that they not only get the experience, but they also learn how to network amongst the other athletes. They'll make sure that they gain knowledge, uplift their skills, and then the most important thing to take away from this is to ensure that the experience that they gain out of this will set them up for the next bigger event.
Yeah, you were talking to me about being an athlete yourself. Actually, he grew up right over here on the windward side. He's a Castle grad, everyone. You were born there in the Marshall Islands, came over here to Hawaii. Talk to me about where athletics has taken you in your career and what that journey has been like for you.
You know, thanks for Rachel for bringing that up. It's sports, you never know where you're going to end up. And sports is, I see it in the eyes of our athletes. Sports is going to take you through different spheres, different cultures, different countries. And it's an open opportunity for the kids to indulge in. And I'm a living testament of it. I've been through all over the world using sports. And that is the ultimate result that I want the kids to experience out of this.
Very cool. And now that you guys are going to be here for a few more days, because the championship is going to be this weekend, there's a lot of things happening on the lineup. What are you most looking forward to?
More of the cultural stuff, like the Aina that is about to happen tonight. And because I'm an athlete, I'm still thinking that I'm an athlete. I think the competition is more important for us.
Very cool.
I know that the kids are excited, and also the host is excited to see how this is going to unfold. But I'm so fired up for the competition to start, so we can see all the butterflies flying around, and for the young kids to really enjoy it.
Yes, I mean, thousands are fired up, and that's why they're coming here this weekend for the Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championships. Good luck to all of your athletes that came over. You said a 4-hour flight, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, hopefully they're well rested and ready to go for this weekend. We are going to now send things back to Kaino, who is in the studio. Kaino, are you ready for the Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championship?
I am ready, set, and ready to spike. That's right. Make sure you check it out. And again, such a wonderful opportunity for all of these athletes, coaches from around the world to travel here to Hawaii. But awesome that they're out there at Waimanalo getting a chance to really experience Hawaii, which is really nice. And speaking of experiencing Hawaii, you can get ready to try out your Olelo Hawaii. Now, the Office of Hawaiian Affairs is hosting a day to celebrate Hawaiian language. This is going to be fantastic. Everyone is invited to join OHA at the La Ku Kahe Kahe event. This is going to be taking place with live music, games, and Hawaiian food, as well as some friendly competitions as well. It's all going to be taking place February 14th at Na Lama Kukui, which is located over here in Kalihi. For details, you can check it out at oha.org. Also, as well, it's time for a new segment in Hawaii News Now's Holo Holo series. She does such a great job with these. Here's Jolani Martinez.
Let's go back to 1937. That's when the Golden Gate Bridge opened up and Snow White was released in theaters. It's also when one mom and pop shop opened in Makiki. Let's go holo holo to Beretania Florist.
Well, we have this original refrigerator here that we still use. So this is from like my grandparents' day. And it's actually probably, even though it looks real old, but it is the coldest area in the shop.
Celeste Nakamoto Farinas owns Beretania Florist, which her grandparents, Shigeichi and Yuki Nakamoto, opened up along South Beretania Street on November 19th, 1937.
My grandfather, he used to work for another florist, and then they opened the florist. So my grandparents worked every day except New Year's. My grandma would go home. They lived right up the street. She would go home and she would cook lunch, like a big lunch. And then my grandpa would leave, and then when he came back, we have a mezzanine upstairs, and he would go and take a nap.
Here's a photo of little Celeste in the shop with her dog.
Growing up, my grandpa was quiet, quiet Japanese man, but he always wore like a bow tie.
Her parents, Howard and June Nakamoto, took over the shop in the 1970s.
When my parents were running the shop, we used to live behind the shop. When we were young, we weren't allowed in here because we'd get in the way.
Her mom, June, is 85 and still hangs around the shop. She calls herself the glorified janitor.
I really love it here. I was married to a person whose family owned a florist. And when my in-laws retired, they said that one of their kids should take over the business. And so my husband took it over. I wish you could have met my husband. Howard was a sweet person. When I first started working here, it was difficult because, husband and wife working together. But then we realized that Howard has to have his role and I have to have my role. And when we realized what it was, then it was smooth, yeah. So we worked together for 50 years.
And following in their family's footsteps are June's grandsons, Bo and Reese.
And I remember back then, having to punch in the credit card number into the machine after the fact, after the customer leaves, and charge customers. So, and I think just naturally it was going to be by default that I ended up working here because I enjoyed it so much. So me and my brother, we work here for my mom.
So I'm just thankful for all our customers for all the years and generations. And people still come and say, oh, your grandma used to give me a flower, so it's really rewarding.
Of all the places I've ever worked in, this is the nicest place I've ever worked. We have a lot of fun here. We have a lot of laughter. Everybody works as a team, not just one. Everybody is important in here.
Beretania Florist recently celebrated their 88th anniversary. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8:30 a.m. to noon. Now, if you have a hidden gem, special place, or interesting person in your town, I want to hear about it. Send an email to holoholo@hawaiinewsnow.com.
How's it, Aloha gang? Welcome into High Now Daily. Right now, Revolution is offering a helpful way to help local families stay cool starting right now. We want to welcome into the show Eric Carlson. Welcome in, bro.
Kanoa, thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure to see you. Now, as KC, my second favorite pair of initials is AC. And that's what we're talking about today, man. I'm always running hot.
Yeah, most people don't know that Revolution is one of the largest residential AC installers. We're known for everything with solar, but we've been doing AC for about 10 years now.
We got a really good deal that's in place right now. Oftentimes people wait till the summer, but we're going into the holidays, but this is taking place right now.
Yeah, we've had this program and people love to take advantage of it. It's a way to get the ball rolling now. And it's a 12-month, no money down, no interest, no payments. So the holidays are coming up, money's a little tight for everyone, you know, whatever your situation is, but you want all the benefits that HVAC brings, and so this is a great way to do it.
Now, speaking of the added benefits, it's not just cooler air, it's healthier air. Expand more on that.
Filtration through a HVAC, it removes odors, whether they be from pets or cooking or whatnot, and then it purifies the air as well. So air quality is really important for a lot of people, and you get all of those benefits from an HVAC system.
And this is all also comfort that's going to cost a little bit less to run as well.
Yeah, so we partner with the leading top manufacturers. We offer 3 different varieties of product, and they're highly efficient, they're smart, they're split systems, and so there's 3 types of air conditioning systems I think most people are familiar. There's that window unit, there's central air conditioning, and then there's these split units. And the benefits of the split unit is, unlike a window unit, it's either on or off. And so when it's on, it's sucking energy and it uses a lot of power. The central air conditioning kind of goes throughout the home. You don't have as much control on which room. So you might be cooling your entire home, but you're not in all rooms at once.
Correct.
With a mini split system, you install them in each room that you desire, and if you're in that room, you can turn it on, and if you're not in that room, you don't have it on. So there's a lot of benefits. They're super efficient, and they're much more controllable than other types of offers out there.
Well, one of the wonderful things with Revolution being a local company as well, we've got great protection plans that are in place. This isn't just an install and then you're on your own.
Yeah, no, Revolution has one of the strongest warranties. We go up to 12 years, and we cover all parts and labor if anything should happen. Now, there's a caveat. We offer that if you have an annual tune-up to your system. So as long as you have an annual tune-up, we'll extend the warranty on that for 12 years.
Oftentimes people are thinking, well, I like my AC the way it is right now, but why should people consider upgrading their AC, and when do people know it's the right time?
So like everything, things get kind of less efficient over time. So, if you have a system that's between 8 and 10 years, it might be time to start looking for a replacement. Technology has improved drastically. It's one of the benefits of split air conditioning systems is that they don't require as much energy as other types of HVAC units.
People want to get you out for an estimate, figure out what system's going to work best for them. What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, they can call us 748-8888, visit us online at revolution.com, or they can come in and take a look at the products we offer at our showroom at Salted Arc Kakako. We do incredible maintenance plans and subscription plans for both Revolution customers and non-Revolution customers. So if you've got an existing HVAC system that you're not quite sure whether it needs to be replaced or maybe just tuned up, we offer maintenance programs, and then when you sign up for our annual maintenance program, you get a discount on the labor. So there's some benefits by having an annual tune-up. Not only does it extend the life of your system, but there's some cost savings there as well.
Okay, awesome, Eric. Thank you very much. And again, for more information and to schedule a consultation with Revolution as well, head to HighNowDaily.com.
Aloha, welcome back to Hainao Daily. We've been hanging out in Waimanalo, Nation of Hawaii, all show long. We know that we have the Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championship that's coming up this weekend. We have an Aina Day. That means a bunch of the athletes are going to be coming down over here. We talked to Mac earlier. He came in from Marshall Islands, and you brought an amazing gift. What did you bring today?
It's a yellowfin tuna. It's a fillet of yellowfin tuna. It's one of our prized resources back in the Marshall Islands.
Okay, and you're offering this up to the crew over here. Talk to me about what this means to have this incredible partnership.
It means a lot. It's from the ocean to our great families here in Hawaii. So we want you to have it and to take it with great pride. So we're really thankful for the opportunity to work with you guys, the Hawaiian families. So we'll give it offer to you.
And that's, here in Hawaii and across the Pacific, it's really important to be showing up with some ho'okupu. And that's just this gift exchange that we're doing today. So mahalo to Mac for bringing the fish over today. I know that Marshall Islands is really big on the fisheries there, so an epic gift. And then I wanted to talk to you, Kelly. What do you have here?
This is a papaku'iai. This is something that we shaped for you. And what's important is that from one foundation to another, food is always going to bring us together. And kalo, haloa, is something that it wasn't a meal unless we had that on the table. And there's not many places around the Pacific that make poi. And I know that's something that's in your genealogies as well. We are connected in so many different ways, and hopefully this is another just small metaphor in terms of the future relationship.
Thank you. Komoda, that's what you say. Thank you very much.
All right, so we just saw this beautiful gift exchange between these two parties over here. Again, we're out in Waimanalo, and we're talking about this weekend's Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championship, where thousands of spectators are going to be there at the convention center. We have hundreds of athletes coming from all over the world, and it's more than just volleyball. It's about learning from each other, learning the culture, learning what we do here in Hawaii, being in the Aina. So I wanted to talk to you, Brandon, when it comes to this exchange, and we're going to see like a few athletes, 100 athletes actually come out today. What's the meaning of this, and what do you hope the takeaway for this experience is?
I think, just understanding that Hawaiian culture and the culture of all peoples is really contingent on giving each other and, sharing space together in respectful ways. Aloha is one of our key tenets as a Hawaiian culture. Aloha is much more than just hello, goodbye, and love, but it's how we interact with each other with respect, with endearment, and just learning how to take care of each other. Take care of our land, take care of our water, and most importantly, take care of each other.
Absolutely. And Uncle Bumpy, I'm going to ask you this last question. 7-Gen culture is really built on community, character, culture. And I feel like you folks are very aligned here at Nation of Hawaii when it comes to the ahupua'a system and everything coming in alignment with each other. Can you talk about why you folks decided to partner with 7-Gen culture and what it means to you?
I think 7-Gen exercises the ahupua'a system in their business and how they operate. How they run in this tournament. It's basically around a system like ahupua'a. And that aligns with what we're doing, as you can see. It's a natural fit. So
I'm happy to hear everybody is in alignment with each other. Again, I mentioned the Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championship is happening this weekend, but leading up to that, there's so many different events. We're talking about the Aina Day that's happening today, where hundreds of athletes from all over the world are going to be here. But make sure you go over to Ala Moana Center, the second level of the parking. You're going to be finding an epic celebration there, starting at 3 p.m. All the athletes are going to come out. You can go and meet your favorite athlete. There's going to be so many people who can come down and, get into the vibe of 7-Gen's culture. You can get signatures from some of your favorite athletes. It's going to be a beautiful exchange of everybody coming across from different states, different countries. And then kicking off at 5 o'clock, we're going to have the epic Kapena. They're going to be over there doing some entertainment, but it is going to be a home makakau action-packed event that's going to be happening over there at Ala Moana Center. And of course, Brotherhood, Sisterhood Grind is going to be over there as well. So take a look at the website, 7genculture.org, and that's all the lead up to the tournament that's happening this weekend. It's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will be the championship. All right, Kainoa, sending things back to you.
Right on, Rachel. Very good job out there. Hey, you know, Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championships, not the only thing going down this weekend. Let's talk sports. It's a big-time weekend for it. Round one of the Sony Open got underway just earlier today at the Waialae Country Club. We're talking about 120 of the world's best golfers right over here on Oahu, all in competition, including two of Hawaii's very own. Take a look. We've got Corey Kozuma and Anson Cabello, who actually qualified for this year's Sony Open tournament. Kozuma is an Iolani grad and the head teaching professional at Mid-Pacific Country Club, which is really cool. He sealed his spot back in September after becoming Hawaii's Aloha Section PGA champion. How cool is that? Meanwhile, take a look at this young stud, 20 years old. Cabello is a Kahului native and actually currently a junior on the UH Manoa golf team, which is cool. He won a qualifying tournament last fall. You can stay up to date. Again, Sony just kicked off. So for updates on scores, tee times, and positions, head to SonyOpenInHawaii.com. And oh, I'm excited this is back. Football is in the air. Tomorrow is the 2026 Polynesian Bowl. You can still get your tickets right now. It's going to be taking place on Friday, beginning at 4 p.m. at the Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex at UH Manoa. Of course, last time we were there, the Hawaii Bowl, so we're in for a special night of football. 100 of the top high school football players from Hawaii and around the world have gathered. It's Team Mauka versus Team Makai. To grab those Polynesian Bowl tickets or watch in person, you can get all the info at PolynesianBowl.com. And also, as we head to break as well, a quick live look from our camera that shows off the views and vibes from Oahu's west side. You can check it out this weekend at Kamakana Ali'i. They've got sidewalk sales, giveaways, and much more. So if you want to do some shopping to kick off the weekend, for all of the details when it comes to hours of operation and a look at the shops, head to KamakanaAli'i.com. You're watching High Now. Come on back.
If your New Year's resolution is to be more active, listen up. the Hawaii Pacific Health's Women's 10K and 5K run. It's coming back to Kapiolani Park Sunday, January 25th. And joining us now to talk more about that is Dr. Leimomi Kanagusuku. She's a family medicine physician with HPH. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, okay, this is exciting. There's a 10K, there's a 5K fun run. So many things that the people can do when they get down to Kapiolani Park. Just talk to me about what's going to be happening when they get down there.
Yeah, so it's such a special event. The HPH Women's 10K and 5K Fun Run has been going on since 1977. So it was started by a group of women who wanted an all-female race, and for almost 50 years now, it's been the only all-female sanctioned race here in Hawaii. So it's really just to have fun, promote health, and get people empowered, women and girls of all ages. So there's no age limit, keiki in strollers all the way to kupuna, and there's also absolutely no skill level required. So you could be a beginner all the way to an advanced runner. We just ask people to come out and have fun. It's going to be a buzz of excitement, and then they'll go around from Kapiolani, if you're in the 10K, around Diamond Head, get some of that scenic route, and end up back at Kapiolani Park where we can all celebrate together.
Nice. I love that there's two options. So we mentioned the 10K, it's just about 6 miles or so. And then you've got the 5K fun run. That is just over 3 miles. And then if you register, everybody gets one of these shirts.
Yes.
And I love that it's just all women. So you get everybody coming together. You can get your girlfriends together, your aunties, your grandmas, your everybody.
Yes.
And it's just a really fun vibe, right?
Yes, it's such a lively, exciting time.
Can they register there, or should they be doing that online?
I'd register online, and absolutely they can still do that now. The easiest way is to go to hphwomen's10k.org. You can register for both the 10K and the 5K, but you can also do it by mail and in person.
But I wanted to go back to why it's so important, especially women, to be thinking about their health, being active, living a good life so that they can live longer.
Yeah, I love to tell my patients that movement is medicine. And so whatever that may be and whatever that looks like in daily life, when we're young, that often looks like physical education, it looks like sports, extracurricular activities, going out hiking with your family. And then as we get older, it transitions a little bit more. So it looks like stress management, chronic disease management and prevention, as well as bone health and balance. And so preventing osteoporosis and everything like that.
Can you talk a little bit about your role with HPH?
Yeah, so I'm a family medicine physician, like you said. I'm a primary care doctor, or PCP as people like to say. I treat patients keiki all the way to kupuna age and everyone in between. So all ages, all genders. I'm also academic medicine. And so I get to do women's health, in-office procedures, teach the next generation of family medicine doctors, as well as do inpatient medicine. So that means when people get really sick and admitted to the hospital, I get to take care of them as well.
Now, for those who are going to be registering for the event, they're going to head down there. Do you have any training tips for them?
Yeah, you know what I love about running is that you just put one foot in front of the other and you can start anywhere. So usually the best training tips I give are just start moving wherever you are, listen to your body, make sure that rest days are just as important as active days, but eat a full balanced meal, get your rest, sleep is also super important, and break in those running shoes because we don't want to wear new running shoes on the day of the race.
All right, all great tips. So make sure you do all of that before January 25th. Go ahead and register online. You can choose between the 5K or the 10K. Either one is going to be fun. So make sure you go over there January 25th, and we're going to have all the details on HiNowDaily.com. Mahalo for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, aloha.
Hello and welcome back to High Now Daily. We continue our Stories of Hawaii series with a community art exhibition about the Honouliuli National Historic Site. HNN's Jonathan Masaki has more from the Downtown Art Center.
It's been said that a picture can paint 1,000 words. That old expression clearly captures the essence of the current exhibit at the Downtown Art Center. It's part of the Honouliuli National Historic Site's 10th anniversary celebration. The primary focus clearly shows the internment of Japanese Americans and others in Hawaii during World War II, as seen through the eyes of many different artists.
This special exhibit really mirrors what people learned, what they were inspired by. People were touched by what they read and what they learned, the hardships of the individuals there, and they translated that into beautiful pieces of art.
As you walk through the Downtown Art Center, there are many photos, prints, drawings, and poems that tell the story of the declaration of martial law in Hawaii, being incarcerated for being Japanese or being labeled a prisoner of war. Aside from paintings and prints, there also are some other compelling pieces of art. Textile artist Michelle Schwengel Regala created this violin piece inspired by a man who taught himself how to play the violin during the long days of being imprisoned at the camp.
Understanding that in such dire circumstances, the human spirit still comes through in this urge to play music was so moving to me.
As she researched the Honouliuli experience, she found that a friend of her son was the great-grandson of an internee at the camp. That friend's family had a violin too.
The family chose not to have it be used anymore, so they gave it to me. So this violin was in the family of someone else who was at the internment camp, perhaps at the same time that this violin player was there. So I have to wonder if they met each other. Did they know each other?
This exhibit, sponsored by Pacific Historic Parks, is the final event of the site's 10th anniversary.
And it really is a way to share the endurance of the resiliency of the people who were held there and kind of how it relates to our communities today and what people can learn from the hardships of people who were held at Honouliuli.
There's still time for you to check out this really special exhibit. If you come to the Downtown Art Center, you'll see all of these wonderful art pieces, and it's available for you to come and view all the way to Saturday, January 17th. In downtown Honolulu, I'm Jonathan Masaki, Hawaii News Now.
Hey, big time mahalo to Jonathan Masaki. And for more on our Stories of Hawaii series, you can always head to hawaiinewsnow.com. Hey, if you are a sports fan, this is a big time weekend here in Honolulu. As Rachel was mentioning, Trans-Pacific Volleyball Championships are going to be kicking off at sites really across the island. We're talking about so many different teams that are coming in from not just around the country, but literally around the world. International volleyball players will be in town. Polynesian Bowl will be taking place at the University of Hawaii at Manoa football field, as well as the Sony Open. There's going to be something for everybody. Big time mahalo nui for joining us on today's show. We'll see you folks tomorrow at 3 p.m.